We've been on the dementia journey 7 years, and the first 5 years were untrained in Speckle. We read books on dementia, tried to help ourselves with doctors' assistance, but I kept trying to problem solve for my husband, and he was discouraged, and he was very aware of the losses that were occurring, and we were just spiraling. We were together, but more and more sad and discouraged. To have been with someone who was vibrant and the leader of our household and exceptional at what he did. He was the one I always learned from, and I relied on him to handle some of the most important things in managing our household and our finances and our future. I started to see that those roles started to reverse, and at first it was terrifying, but we caught it early enough to where he actually helped to train me in some of the things I would have to pick up and encourage me, and I had to take a deep breath and realize I can do this, and I love him so much I want to do it well, or I'll find people who can help me do it. A wonderful breakthrough. After 5 years, my sister moved to Fort Collins, Colorado, and said, "You're going to need help in the future from family. Come circle the wagons," and move to Fort Collins. I had no idea that Cindy Lucinski and Dementia Together were here, but was referred to them immediately by the Alzheimer's group. I started learning that there was a whole community of people practicing something so simple, so counterintuitive, and so effective that was answering my every cry for help. And it was taking me out of this big intellectual problem solving, I'm going to fix my husband mode, to joining with him, taking a deep breath and finding out how can I love him each day and give him encouragement in what he's experiencing. And meanwhile, we were also introduced to a whole community of people in Dementia Together who were experiencing the same thing, running into the same problems and questions and conundrums. And they had great answers for my questions. And we would always end up after a support group meeting with nothing but constructive things to take away and do and share, and a lot of laughter. So my life has changed in these last 2 years dramatically. My husband often says everything should be a question about what's the loving thing to do. So when I look at our dementia journey, I try to find out each day, how can I love him in this circumstance? And we have a little theme that he resonates with both of us, and that is to finish each day by saying, I love you more today than yesterday, but not as much as tomorrow. And we try to count a few blessings together, and then I see his shoulders relax, and he closes his eyes and goes to sleep. I actually like the caregiving role. I think I'm a better, more loving person than I have ever been before. And instead of being more intellectual and problem solving, I am more relational. And both with my husband, but also with strangers, the people I interact with at the grocery store or people I meet for the first time. Well, when I think of Speckle, 2 words come to mind. One is, it's a revelation of things you would never guess or discover on your own. And it's great simplicity of what do I do with what's been revealed? How do I succeed and how do I love? We can get so convoluted in how we try to respond or what we think we're supposed to do. Speckle says, no, it's very simple. And if you'll just practice these simple principles, you will find your life and the person you're interacting with more relaxed. You'll start working together better, and you'll be happier. So Speckle has just saved my life. I can't imagine what my caregiving role or my husband's role as the person I'm looking after would be like without Speckle. And it's simpler and more loving and more effective in more situations than anything I've ever heard of.